Rosy friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of products that I was sent for free to try out. And these are the Girl So Lashy Blast Pro Mascara. See right here. It's got a really scary looking brush, and which I'd actually call the Lash Finder brush, as well as the Intensify Me by Lash Blast Liquid Liner from also from CoverGirl. Again, this is not a sponsored video at all, but this was sent to me for free to try out. I didn't pay for it. If you saw my video last summer, I'll put a link to it right here, but I have previously tried CoverGirl products that were sent to me, the Katy Cat Matte lipstick and then the Katy Cat Eye mascara, so I guess those went well because I just got 2 more products from them. So I'm gonna give these a try. I am a little bit nervous, I admit, about the liquid liner because I am horrible at liquid liner and I don't do a cat eye at all, just because I find that I have an eye shape that slopes down like this, so it really looks wingy. Like, it doesn't just look like cute little wings, it looks like I drew on wings when I do it, and that could just be because I have no makeup skill. But whatever the reason, a little nervous about this. It does say that it has the control of a pencil, the intensity of a liquid liner, so if that's the case, then I might be able to swing it just for regular eyelining, because I'm okay at eyelining, I'm just not okay at liquid lining. But this brush looks really scary to me, I have to admit. I mean, let's show that again. It has these little branches and then this kind of mace-like thing on the top. It looks like a weapon and it's really making me nervous. The Katy Cat Eye one was also a funny shaped brush, but it was just kind of that it had like swirly bristles on it. This one actually looks like I'm gonna blind myself, and I poked in myself in the eye like so many. Oh, look at it, it's actually separate from, so I can show it to you. That is what the brush looks like. Let's see if I can turn it. Is this picking up in the light? I don't know if it's getting lost in its own shadow, but hopefully it's picking up because that looks really, really scary to me. So there's that, and the mascara itself. So these come separately, and so this is CoverGirl So Lashy Blast Pro in the color Extreme Black. I will put this into here. Ooh. I'm very sorry if you can hear all that noise. Upstairs I have neighbors who are less considerate than a lot of people. So this says that this is sexy for all lash types, curly, sparse, or straight. It's easy to remove with soap and water. It's ophthalmologically tested, suitable for contact lens wearers. Apply with the brush side up. I'm sure that will make sense to me when I take the brush back out and take a closer look. Rotate and apply with ball tip. That comes with that direction there. So with brush side up and then rotate and apply with ball tip. That's going to have a learning curve for me, I think. I'm just not good enough at this. So I'm going to try to follow this instruction. Well, maybe I should try the eyeliner first. Let's get into the eyeliner because as much as I think I'm going to mess that up, at least I hope I'm not going to be blind from it. So this one says liquid liner, control of a pencil, intensity of a liquid liner, paddle tip, thick to thin, no mess. And this is in the color 315 Sapphire, and it looks like this. It has a black cap, so it will be in a blue because it's sapphire. And let's see what I can do with this. Okay, it does have a tip like that. Hopefully you can see it, and hopefully I can use it. It looks kind of like a felt tip marker, and I can see how they mean like you either use it because it's kind of a paddle tip, so it means it's like this, so you could either like apply it like that and do a thick thing, or you could apply it like this and do thin. Let's go thick. See what happens. Okay, one thing right off the bat that I'm not liking, you can't put the cap on the other side of it to hold it, which means I will either lose it somewhere or I have to hold it in my hand the whole time. So that's just slightly inconvenient for me. I know that's just a whiny little complaint, but I do like it when I can put the cap on the other side so that I can find it again. So that's just one little thing that I noticed right from the start. Okay, so yeah, that's my automatic thing, is to put it on the other side. It's just not there. But yeah, so let's see what happens if we try and put this thickly on. Okay, so far so good. I do not have a steady hand, but it doesn't apply like a serious liquid, but it is actually giving like a huge look. I'm actually going to turn it to the thinner side as I go closer to the inside, and then I can just thicken it up if I want to. Okay, it is slightly messier than my normal, but for a first shot and a liquid liner, this is probably the best I've ever done. Yes, it looks weird because I've only done the top of one eye, but I'm just going to give you a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. See, so not bad. Normally when I use liquid, it really does this jittery thing because my hand is not at all steady. So hopefully I'll continue having the same luck with the other side, because that is seriously the test, because this was my easy eye. But yeah, I do like that you can go from the kind of narrow on the inside where you don't want to go quite as wild to wider for more closer to the outside of the eye. I get it now. I'm kind of seeing the way the product was designed. Okay, again, not bad. I couldn't quite get it the same. I find if I try to go really close to the lash line, which is kind of my goal a lot of the time, it sort of does like there's almost a lined look. Like you can see where I did the stripe that went close to the lash line, and you can see where I did the kind of upper one to like even it all out so that it's one smooth line, because I don't just take it and draw one line. I can't really do that. I don't have that kind of ability, but I do like these sort of short little bits and then go over it as much as I can. But here's the kind of final look for the top. I love the color. It stands out quite a bit. I will definitely be wearing this again. It will take some practice for me. Yeah, I do find that it catches in my eyelashes when I try to get too close. It definitely has that felt tip point, so it kind of catches and jitters with my lashes if I get too close. So I'm wondering what it's going to be like as I do the lower lashes. It didn't provide any directions for those, but I always wear at least a little bit on my lower lashes. I find this looks funny on me because I do have eyes that slope down, so we'll give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so interestingly, this would be where I normally stop. Eyeliner, I normally do an outer edge. But I don't go all the way along. I stopped going all the way along just after high school, I think, because it just did it did a really goth look for me. It could be just because of my eye shape, I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure how much I like this. I don't know if I want to try and do like a smudgy thing, or if I want to try and kind of connect them more at the sides, because this looks funny to me. So, let's see. Actually, that's a little better, isn't it? Do you think that's better? So I'll do the other eye and see if I can get it the same way, and we'll see if that's better. Okay, what do you think? Please be kind and remember that I'm a very sensitive soul. I did find that I felt like this was running out a little bit on that side. I don't know if it's because I've been like kind of working up toward the lower one, and so like gravity has been working against me and it needs more liquid to go down into it. It didn't say anything about that in these instructions, which are very, very light. But it did feel like it was running out, but then I kind of shook it a bunch of times and it seemed to darken down a bit. But yep, so this is my final look. I'm actually kind of pleased with it, especially considering my track record with liquid liners. Not bad, kind of pleased with it. Could be a little more accurate, yeah, and I don't do a wing, and I know that doesn't look as good when you just kind of do a circle around your eye, but this is my look, and I stick with it. But yeah, not too bad. Like, probably the best liquid liner I've ever tried. I love the color. If I could master this a little bit better and it didn't start running out and then I had to shake it like crazy as I got over here, I'd be a little bit happier with it. Another thing that I just want to point out about this cap, it doesn't seem to snap on, so I never feel confident that I've done it properly. Not well about the cap on this. Seriously sounding petty, but kind of nifty product, and the cap is kind of letting me down a little bit. But yeah, okay, so now we're on to CoverGirl So Lashy, and I've already shown you the brush and got a little dramatic on that. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, so after one dunk, the whole thing is quite covered. The purple isn't showing through anymore, and it says to apply with brush side up, rotate, and apply with ball tip. Still not sure what that means. And the whole thing is a brush. Maybe brush side up like this, so apply it this way, rotate, and what would you say that means? Brush side up, rotate, and ball tip. Let's go and see if I blind myself. Wish me luck. Okay, first impression, this is really gunky. And I've been trying to rotate the brush and trying to go in with the spiky thing and everything, and my lashes are stuck together, pasty, and they've got clumps all over them, and this is the first use of this. I don't know if you can see it, or if it'll show against the background at all, but this, it's all little dots of extra clumpies on there, and some of my lashes look longer than others, and they don't even look like that in real life, which means that I think it just means that I'm getting inconsistent coverage. I don't know if there's a learning curve that goes with this brush. There was a little bit of a learning curve that went with the Katie Cat Eye, which I actually really loved. After the first, like, I went with the first swipe and it was horrible, kind of, and then I got into it and I really liked it. I don't know if I'm going to feel that same way about this. This is really thick. And I just poked myself in the eye with the wand, which, ugh, seriously, this is really, really difficult. It is so clumpy. My lashes are all sticking together. And because I don't even know how to make the same angle with the other side. Normally, I've never had this conundrum before. This is really bizarre. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. Please, based on those instructions, please tell me what I'm doing wrong with this, because this is terrible. This is very, very terrible. This is a close-up of my eyeball, which is kind of disturbing, but if you can see, the lower lashes are completely clumpy. The upper lashes are stuck together. They just look so messy. I've never, I mean, and I'll use mascara from, you know, like, just the least expensive brands. Essence is normally my go-to because it costs so little. I think it's like $2.99 or something like that. I will try this again sometime, and if I change my mind, I will put it in the description below. I will put a follow-up. I'll put a whole pile of stars or something like that to point out, hey, update, I was an idiot in the video and I did it wrong. But please, if you saw me doing something wonky with this somehow, please let me know. I would love to know if I'm doing something wrong, because this is really, I've never experienced a mascara like this except one that was out of date. It is so clumpy. I mean, mascara does need to be thick if it's going to be lengthening and stuff like that, but this is like, all of my lashes are stuck together now. I feel like I need to take like a comb like this one and go back over it and like basically split them all up. This is not a nice experience, I have to say. I'm shocked because every single other CoverGirl mascara that I've tried has been one that I've liked, and I didn't like this at all. I mean, it definitely lengthened, but it lengthened while it stuck them together and put clumps all over it, even on the very first use. I'm so disappointed. I really thought this was going to be cool because it's got this like really scary, wicked looking brush, which I stuck myself in the eye with. So, yeah, so I'm very sorry I was not wild about this. This one I liked except for the cap. Definitely will try this one again. I want to get this right. Seriously, if I can do this well on the very first go, this has to be a miracle product actually. I didn't even think of it, but like this needs to be, like, this is very, very nice. This, I'm not even looking forward to trying it again to give it a second shot. Maybe I really hope that you'll point out and say, hey Julie, you've done something wrong, and if I did do something wrong, I will do a whole other video and apologize to CoverGirl for being such a jerk to their product, but as it stands, I'll probably try this one more time and then not try it again because it's terrible. It does a bad look and I hurt myself with it. So yeah, so that's one really good, one not so good at all. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something from it or had a good time watching me jab myself in the eye with a plastic mace. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like videos like this one where I try out various products or talk about my rosacea prone skin, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every Sunday and Thursday. And other than that, I will see you next time.